people from the Mar-A-Lago resort staff who are to the members of Donald Trump's inner circle at his Florida estate. They've been subpoenaed to testify. That's before a grand jury, federal grand jury that is, that's investigating the former president's handling of classified documents. That's right, Jack Smith has their name. Amazing. All right, so this for CNN. On Thursday, Trump's communications aide, Margo Martin, not Mar-A-Lago Martin, who worked in the White House and then moved with Trump to Florida, appeared before the grand jury in Washington, D.C. One of special counsel Jack Smith's senior-most prosecutors was involved in the interview. Smith has sought testimony from a range of people close to Trump, from his own attorneys who represent him in the matter to staffers who work on the grounds of Mar-a-Lago, including a housekeeper and restaurant servers. The staffers are of interest to investigators because of what they may have seen or heard while on their daily routines around the estate, including whether they saw boxes or documents in Trump's office, suite, or elsewhere. For instance, federal investigators talked to Mar-a-Lago staff members seen on the security camera footage moving boxes from a storage room with Trump aide Walt Natu, who has already spoken with investigators. And that's not the only case on Trump's mind, of course, as you know, a man is lawyered up everywhere. The case, of course, into the hush money, it seems to be heating up in the Manhattan DA's office, with his legal team urging him, hopefully, to keep quiet while the Manhattan DA, hopefully, they hope, won't indict him. About his role overpaying that, I think $130,000 of hush money to the porn star Stormy Daniels. That really has been something very interesting and crazy. And of course, we're getting responses from Trump that are very interesting and crazy. So he took to Truth Social, and we'll read at least a few of them. He said this: the person heading up the New York City investigation into the now ancient and many times debunked Stormy Daniels horseface matter is none other than top DOJ operative Matthew Colangelo, one of Merrick Garland's senior officials who has quietly snuck into the local Manhattan DA's office so that DOJ could say they weren't involved with this local prosecution of a popular 75 million votes president. Who knows though, maybe they're there to make it legit, question mark. Does anybody believe that Slade's bag disbarred lawyer Michael Cohen went before a grand jury yesterday and did little but talk about it today? You're not allowed to do that. Just like in Georgia, where the juror was severely admonished for talking, Cohen has no credibility at any level, a total loser. And of course, Trump put out an official campaign statement. There's a lot of it, won't read all of it, but here you go. President Donald J. Trump is completely innocent. He did nothing wrong. And even the biggest, most radical left Democrats are making that clear. From Russia to the Mueller hoax, to impeachment hoaxes 1 and 2, and even the unlawful Mar-a-Lago raid. Democrats have investigated and attacked President Trump since before he was elected, and they failed every time. Now Democrats are at it again, pushing the nuclear button and attacking a president because of a disgraced extortionist. This is happening because President Trump is leading in the polls by a large margin against both Democrats and Republicans, and there's never been anything so blatant in American political history, and so on. Absolute, utter nonsense. This man is surreal. I do love how he will slip in these just completely and totally unnecessary insults, from calling Stormy Daniels horseface, saying Michael Cohen is a loser. I swear this man is operating with this high school mentality, and yet so many people out there in the United States still think this gentleman is a leader and should be back in the White House and is reflective of American values. I'll never understand it, but then again, it's ridiculous. Brett.
I love this story so much. It's got some wins for me. It's like there's some things they've decided not to indict him on, or that they're not, the Democrats and the left are kind of, not the left, but the Democrats are essentially hanging the specter over Trump. They just want him to continually repeat the fact that he's under investigation. They want themselves to repeat the fact that he's under investigation. They want to keep Trump's brand at bay, and they want to remind voters generally that Trump's just too much to deal with. It's so much drama. We had that dramatic part of our lives and we won it over. He is absolutely lying about being ahead in the polls. There is one poll, which is a Rasmussen poll, that has him ahead by like a kind of tangible margin, but he is trailing Biden in pretty much every other poll, Morning Consult and Quinnipiac. He's in the normal polls, he's behind. So that's a lie, and I love it. Almost as much as I love the fake names involved in this. Did you see the names? There's Margo Martin, Mar-A-Lago Martin, Mara. And then there's also an actress named Margo Martindale. That's exactly who I think Trump thought he was hiring. Margo Martindale, she's great as Aunt Lydia. That's Dowd. No, she's one of those people. She was in The Americans. We're all Americans. I love Americans. And then there's another guy named Matt Colangelo.
Yes.
Like here's Michelangelo, and here's Matt Colangelo, and Tom Colangelo, and Bill Colangelo, Leonardo and Raphael. It is all ridiculous, and this is what it's the Trump show is fun to watch when he calls Stormy Horseface Daniels and spells her name wrong. You're waiting for him to call and Michael Dutyface Cohen. And then he's talking about how sleazy Michael Cohen is. That was your lawyer. That's why he's famous. He was your lawyer. You are admitting you hired the sleazebag. In your statements, you're reminding everybody all of the controversies and scandals surrounding your name. You are playing right into the trap, but he can't avoid it because he is drawn to the spotlight like a moth to flame, and he doesn't care how much it incinerates him. At least it's shiny.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.